Sharing feedback. Some types of feedback are a pleasure, whereas other messages are necessary but tough to deliver. Whether feedback is pleasant or difficult, the guidelines provided in this section will help you communicate in ways that get the job done respectfully. Sincere praise delivered skillfully can work wonders. The following tips can help you make sure the praise you dole out gets the desired results. Praise promptly. The more quickly you can provide positive feedback, the more meaningful it will be. It does not take much time to praise positive behavior, and the results will most likely be well worth the investment. Make praise specific. Almost any sincere praise will be appreciated, but describing exactly what you appreciate makes it easier for the other person to continue that behavior. Praise progress, not perfection. You might wonder whether some people do much of anything that deserves sincere praise. If you look for outstanding performance, the answer may be no. Even so, you can still deliver genuine compliments by looking for progress. Praise intermittently. Too much praise can sound insincere, and social scientists have discovered it is not as effective as occasional compliments. Praise others from time to time. When you when your remarks you will have the best effect, but do not go overboard. Relay praise. If you already believe that complimenting someone sincerely can improve the communication climate in your relationship, wait until you see the benefits of singing that individual's praises to others who deserve to know. When you relay praise in this way, you win the gratitude of the person you are complimenting, but you are also showing your own sense of security and team pride, and you share information that your audience will probably find valuable. Praise sincerely. Insincere praise is worse than no praise at all. It casts doubt on the validity of all of your compliments. It also suggests that you cannot think of anything that the other person has done that deserves genuine acknowledgement. Finally, it insinuates that the recipient is naive enough to believe in your phony compliments. As you consider when and how to give praise, it is important to be aware of the cultural rules that may influence both the person receiving compliments and the larger audience who hears those compliments. Go social with recognition. Many organizations view social media as a place to raise public awareness of their brands. The social media also represents an effective platform for praising employees and their accomplishments. Retweeting photos, news stories, or videos highlighting employee successes are simple ways to show appreciation. It is not pleasant, but sometimes you must communicate about problematic behavior. For example, a colleague may not be doing his or her share of the job. Communicating about these kinds of issues can be difficult because your message may be perceived as an attack on the person whose behavior is causing a problem, and perceived attacks often trigger defensive responses. Even the most experienced managers dread having conversations in which difficult issues are raised. More than 60 years ago, psychologist Jack Gibb identified 6 kinds of messages likely to evoke defensiveness and 6 alternative approaches that boost the odds of achieving a more positive response, even when its subject means the message has the potential to be perceived as an attack. Use descriptive I language. Many communicators phrase their messages in a way that can be perceived as a direct attack on the other person. Statements worded in this way are often called you language because they point a verbal finger of accusation at the receiver. Rather than focusing on the other person, you should instead use descriptive statements, often termed I language. I language is phrased in a way that focuses on the speaker instead of judging the other person. These kinds of statements show that it is possible to be non judgmental and still say what you want without landing any verbal punches. Focus on solving problems, not controlling others. Even if you are in charge, others can become defensive if you force them to accept an idea they do not agree with or understand. Problem-oriented messages aim at solving both persons' needs. The goal is not to not to solve a problem either my or your way, but rather to develop a solution that meets everyone's needs. Be honest. Do not manipulate. Once people discover they have been manipulated, a defensive reaction is almost guaranteed. Simple honesty is less likely to generate defensiveness, even when the news shared is not welcome. Even though others may sometimes dislike what you have to say, your reputation for candor can earn you the respect of subordinates, coworkers, and management. Show concern for others. Indifference, lack of acknowledgement or concern for others, is likely to trigger a defensive reaction. By contrast, a genuine message indicating interest can do wonders. Demonstrate an attitude of equality. Neither talent nor job title justifies arrogance. The essence of a positive attitude is respect. Respect is often conveyed or not conveyed by how we construct messages. When expressing yourself, pay close attention not only to the words that you say, but also to your nonverbal behavior, including your vocal tone and facial expression. Keep an open mind. When raising difficult issues, it pays to approach the situation with an open mind. Be willing to hear what the other person has to say before reaching a conclusion. Hearing someone out may teach you something useful. Besides, providing useful information, listening with an open mind can show respect and promote positive relationships. Criticism is a fact of life, especially in the workplace. Sometimes you have to deliver a complaint. At other times, you are the one on the receiving end of another's gripes. Either way, criticism can start a cycle of defensiveness that pollutes the communication climate between people or working groups. Despite their risks, critical messages do not have to create problems. With enough skill, you can learn to both deliver and respond to them in ways that can maintain or even improve working relationships. Offering constructive feedback. The way you present criticism can make the difference between your comments being accepted and rejected. You can maximize the chance of a good outcome by strategically choosing the best sender of the message, carefully framing your message, and paying attention to your delivery. Responding to criticism. When people are faced with criticism, the two most common responses are fight or flight. Since neither fighting nor fleeing is likely to satisfy your critics or help you understand legitimate criticism, you need alternative techniques that allow you to listen non-defensively without losing face. Seek more information, agree with the criticism, or work for a cooperative solution.